wishing you a welcome to the den of the Djinn. And today we're going to be talking about something interesting. But before I go any further, like, subscribe, comment down below. And I hope you guys enjoy the video today because we're going to be talking about something interesting. Today we're going to be talking about, well, here's a question for you guys. What is the one job you specifically do not want to have? And a lot of people are be like, well, I don't want to do a plumber because you're going to be caked in garbage all day. Well, you get used to that. Honestly, you do. Not that I want it to happen, just you get used to it. Now, mind you, that is definitely on my list. I won't deny it. Plumbers, they literally get a lot of crap all over them from people in both ways. Flown against them and of course all over them as they do their duties, but honestly I feel like they're essential. The one job I feel like I could never do in a million years, the reason why it would give me fucking ulcers is one job and one job only, and that is a diplomat. Sorry, a diplomat. I would never want to be a diplomat to another country, and or if we ever met, spacefaring aliens, I would never want to be a diplomat in general because you have no idea what would offend people. Like, it is ridiculous. Diplomats are the most thin-skinned individuals in existence. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me explain. If you just scratch your nose, someone from a different country, continent, whatever, would find it exceedingly disrespectful, and they would either cut off all diplomatic with you. Hell, there are situations where they're so thin-skinned they cause war because you scratched your fucking nose. Ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the reasons why I'd rather not do it, because it would give me, again, either gray hairs, which I already have some, and fucking ulcer, which honestly I don't need. I already have health issues at times. I even take supplements just to mitigate most of my symptoms. And yes, folks, I'm only 37. That is sad. But if I was a diplomat, whoo, boy, yeah, the money would be amazing if I ever got it, because I don't know if I would survive long enough to pay to cash that goddamn check. Because you know for a fact your country is the one fitting the bill, right? Well, the problem is, hey, how's it going? Thank you very much for checking out this video. Appreciate the love. Anyway, so mind you, there are fringe benefits, obviously. Immunity, a decent, cushy paycheck. You go to any restaurant you want, and your country will foot the bill. That sounds amazing. And so you go into a big hall with like 100 people arguing about tariffs and all that. You say one errant word. It's not even meant to say anything against the person or towards the person, but you say one wrong word, one wrong phrase, and it becomes a diplomatic incident, to the point where it explodes, to the point where war, bullshit like that. I'd be laughing. Mind you, I'm making a German joke, but it's not really all about the Germans. It's all about, in general, people have to. That's why I don't want to do that job, is because yeah, I mean, I'm close to one, but I'm not gonna walk all the way fuck down there. Fuck that. Where I live right now, there is one, but it's like that way, that direction. And I'm not walking clear across, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes that way just to get to a Family Dollar. Yeah, it's on the other side of the fucking complex. And this complex is pretty big. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of cool places here. I mean, the only places that I like are the restaurants. Yes, folks, go ahead and make a fat joke. I I'm outside. I'm outside, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, if you haven't already, do me a ginormous favor. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that little bell icon, know what I'm putting out next vid. Appreciate the love, guys. I love the fact that you guys are checking out my videos. Thank you very much. But like I said, I'm telling you guys my personal opinion on whether diplomats are worth it. Yes, there are some fringe benefits, but honestly, I don't know if the fucking ulcer I would develop would be worth it, because you would be sitting there half the day trying to talk to a diplomat from Iran, Iraq, or whatever, or other countries similar to in the Middle East, hell, some countries in Europe in general. And a lot of those people, like I said, are very thin-skinned. You can't even sneeze wrong without them taking full offense. You can't even. It's like how you doing? How you doing? No, you cannot say that, because apparently that's too familiar. Greetings. That's disrespectful because you're trying to sound too uppity. Well, Guten Tag. Fuck that. Because you're not German. And you're not talking to a German. Point is, guys, you have to be very, very careful on what you say and what you do. Specifically, like I said, a lot of times, people don't know this, but if you go into these kind of places and you do the wrong thing the wrong time, like it's kind of like going into a wedding, you know that little custom where you have to go on I think the right foot was the first thing, on the right foot, right? Apparently, they have certain locations around the world have similar aspects, not in marriage, of course, but in diplomatic. You have to, do some kind of ritual. I don't know. There was a rumor that I heard of that there are certain places in the world where certain diplomatic functions do not proceed without doing something for the diplomat, and the diplomat has to reciprocate in some way. It's kind of like a fucking peacock dance. Like, you have to do something for them, and if the person enjoys it or accepts the gift or whatever, then the proceedings could go further. And I'm laughing my ass off going, oh my fucking gods, it's a fucking peacock dance. And again, if you're not careful, you do it wrong, and not only will you mess up the whole thing, but there's even points where they're so thin-skinned that they'll even say, hey, we're gonna go to war with you because you insulted my mother. I'm like, when the fuck did I do that? When the fuck did I say that? When did I say that? Just now, when you said that word. What? You didn't before, but now you did. I'm like, oh my god. Oh, no. You say that word again, and you say that word, and you offend me. It is Allah. And no, guys, I'm not trying to offend anybody's, religion or anything of that nature. I'm not. I really am not. I'm just trying to make a point here that being a diplomat would no doubt kill me at a young age. I mean, for fuck's sake, ladies and gentlemen, the people that do that job are honestly superheroes, wordsmiths, and honestly, they keep the irritating people away from the general public, which honestly I feel like that's great, because the biggest problem I've noticed in a lot of situations, that diplomats they develop a chip on their shoulder. They basically say they could do whatever the fuck they want in a country they live in or they go to, and they can do whatever the fuck they want. There's even rumors that there are diplomats that are sick son of a bitch. They're all sick assholes that basically do the worst type of things, and they cannot be in trouble for it because of their diplomatic immunity. Mind you, not knowing, mind you, here's the problem. There is a fucking caveat to that. There is differences. If you break certain laws in that country, then you can actually be but the problem is you can't do it. You can't direct those things towards the diplomat. You have to prove them to their embassy, guys. You have to actually talk to their embassy, not the diplomat. And that in itself is, I didn't know this, and trust me, I get it. I get why they're doing that way, because, a lot of times the diplomat will just basically try to hide it or try to cover it up, or basically say, you can't do anything to me. I am a diplomat, right? And again, you have to talk to the embassies, and mind you, they have to go through channels, guys. Yes, folks, you can't just go up to the head guy there. No, there are channels, and that takes months. Mind you, the problem I have with diplomats in general is they take forever and a half to make a decision, because they have to talk about it. Mind you, in peacetime, that's amazing. That's awesome, because that basically means that they're being thorough about it. There are other times I feel like they could go further. They can, like laws, I feel can drag. They can very much drag. They can make things worse because they take so long, because certain evidence doesn't always keep. You have to put in certain evidence at a certain point, otherwise it means nothing, because at this point the evidence has expired. It's a lot of times diplomats use, and mind you, these are mostly ploys that a lot of diplomats use, is they try to use their diplomatic immunity and other rules to basically slow down the process, to the point where even if said evidence is displayed, then it means nothing, because the time frame for it to be displayed is garbage. It's null and void. It means nothing, even if they show it. It's like, well, the time has passed. Good luck proving I did this. It's kind of that situation, and it makes me laugh every fucking time, because I hear these stories and I'm like, oh dear gods. That's why I hate the idea of a diplomat, because I'm always half afraid. Oh no, I'm fully afraid that they're going to be that jerk off, thinking that he only got, and me, I'm convinced there are certain people that just only get the diplomatic immunity just to commit horrible acts in other countries. Mind you, they can't even do that in their own country, because the diplomatic immunity, it doesn't necessarily, I don't know if it necessarily activates on their soil, but I'm pretty sure it activates more when they leave their soil. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, on their soil, they're protected, but at the same time, I feel like, no, that wouldn't make sense, because since they're the diplomat of that country, they would be more, they'd have more immunity, so that actually makes sense. So, sorry, I'm rambling. I apologize, guys, but I'm just saying that is just my personal opinion on the subject of diplomats. They have their uses. That's awesome, but I told you the caveat of being diplomatic. Mind you, I'm being diplomatic here because I'm giving you both sides of the situation. Because yes, they have good things because they help get policies down the line. They handle each other, mind you. The ones that do it right and get their policies correctly for the respective people, they are heroes. But not all diplomats are good. Not all diplomats are bad. It really depends on the individual person, especially when these diplomats become actual politicians and become prime ministers, presidents. Hell, some of them become actual kings. Mind you, we don't do kings very much anymore. If anything, guys, royalty nowadays, it means very little. I'm gonna be honest, because it just means that they have a certain stock is the best I can say. They're at a certain stock. They are of a family that had a reign for a long time. So that's why a lot of people say, oh, well, they're king. And the only your only thing is, oh, okay. We don't really have the type of kings that most people assume, like from like all those movies or TV shows, games, whatever. Those we don't have them. We don't have them. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please do me a favor as you exit the Den of the Djinn. Like, subscribe, and again, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about what we're talking about. And I'll see you guys in the next one. We're going to be playing Tales of Zelia. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like and subscribe. Take care.